This is Goku-san DBZ, and welcome back for Top 10 Favorite Games of 2019. Now, quickly gonna run down some honorable mentions. Now, there are a couple of games that came out this year I have not had a chance to play yet. And there's a few games now I can honestly say I've had at least the opportunity to at least play a little bit of, and I give at least honorable mention for what I've played so far. Mention what platform or platforms that I have on. First, honorable mentions. A game that, even though I don't think it's a great game yet, I actually still kind of liked it. So I give an honorable mention. The Sinking City, PS4. Dead or Alive 6, PS4. Void Bastards, Xbox One. Spirit of the North, PS4. Control, PS4. And the last of the honorable mentions, Lost Ember, PS4. And quickly, dishonorable mentions. 3 games that I was let down by. The first of all, I thought had potential personally, which is why I rank it number 3 of the worst games I've played this year. And that is Fade to Silence, which I played on PS4. Next up is a game that some would probably consider to be number 1, but no, for me, number 2, worst game of the year, and that is Anthem. Yeah, Anthem didn't get number 1, surprise, because at least it's still playable. I can't say the same about number 1. It's not playable. Unfortunately, it's made by a company I really like, Square Enix. In my opinion, worst game of 2019, Left Alive. It's just a buggy, glitchy mess. It's horrible. Sometime I might try to replay a little bit and record gameplay just so you can see how much of a buggy mess it actually is. With that said, number 10 is really one of my favorite indie games of the year. Strangely enough, made by the Indie Division or whatever, EA, which is kind of weird, a game connected to EA being in my top 10 favorite games of the year. But it is. Played it on PS4. Coming at number 10 is the game Sea of Solitude. Really, for the most part, I had a very enjoyable game. It was a game I was really looking forward to. And even though it wasn't as good as I had hoped, still, I really had fun with it, in all honesty. And I like the animation style and the music. Coming at number 9 was a game that came out of nowhere for me. I just saw a trailer, it looked interesting, I got it. There's a lot of puzzle mechanics and stealth involved in the game. And though normally I don't necessarily, not the biggest fan on stealth, I actually enjoyed it in this game. It was interesting backdrop, taking place during like the plague. It's called A Plague Tale: Innocence. And it's seriously a really good game. If you haven't had a chance, check this game out. It is a solid, fun game in my opinion. Well, maybe not fun, kind of depressing, but still, I think graphically it looks good for being more of an indie or mid-range type game. And I think it's a solid, and you can probably get for like $20, $30, so I think it's more than worth that price. Coming in at number 8, I've played on PS4 and on Google Stadia. Coming at number 8, one of my favorite fighting games of this year. Surprise. Samurai Showdown comes in at number 8. It's seriously a fun game, a great SNK game. I had a lot more fun with Samurai Showdown than I ever had with KOF 14. Sorry, King of Fighters 14, but gameplay-wise, you just weren't nearly as much fun or nearly over the top as Samurai Showdown was. And I like Samurai Showdown's art style a lot more as well. Coming in at number 7, a game I was not expecting, especially end up being this high on the list, surprised me. I've played it on PS4 and Nintendo Switch. Coming in at number 7 is Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. Yeah, who would imagine, coming out of nowhere, a Power Ranger fighting game. Not only did it turn out to be solid, it gave me a lot of feelings of like old Marvel versus Capcom and stuff, which is awesome. And a lot of characters I always liked from when I was younger. yeah, it turned out to be a solid, really fun game, and I think the Switch version plays really solid as well. But yeah, Power Rangers Battle for the Grid gets 7th place. 6th place is a tie between two names, both with the title Alter in their title. Uh, Tied at number 6 is Outer Worlds, which I've only played on PS4, and Outer Wilds, which I have on PS4, but so far I've only played technically on Xbox One. But with that said, Outer Wilds was just a lot of fun. Outer Worlds was a really solid experience. Not too surprised given the creators of Fallout New Vegas were involved in this game. So yeah, Fallout in space is the best way to describe the game. Outer Wilds is just a really fun, exploratory, like, puzzle-type game. And that's pretty much up my alley. Coming at number 5. Played on PS4 and Switch, though I don't recommend the Switch version to be fair. At number 5 is Mortal Kombat 11. Pretty much my favorite fighting game of the year. Originally, it was around like 2nd or 3rd place for the year of fighting games for me personally. But MK11 ended up taking it, especially with the DLC characters. Nightwolf I was so-so on. Shang Tsung was awesome. Terminator I ended up enjoying a little bit more than I expected, but my word do I love Sindel in the game. Sindel and Shang Tsung are what it did for me so far of DLC characters. They're just a whole lot of fun. Also, I found myself really enjoying Noob Saibot a lot more than I ever expected. Definitely, this is the most fun I've ever had with a character in any of the franchise. It's definitely a solid follow-up. For me, I would probably put this my 3rd favorite Mortal Kombat game. Well, with that said, comes in 5th. Coming in at number 4 is another tie, and the only other tie on the list, it's a tie between Daemon X Machina, which is a Nintendo Switch exclusive, a really great mech-type game with cel-shade art style. Really a lot of fun. Out of exclusives, now I excluded any Switch games, that didn't come out this year, even if I picked it up this year, since I only recently got a Switch. And I'm excluding HD collections or anything like that. So with that said. But yeah, it gets tied at number 4 slot with the other one exclusive to Google Stadia. Tied at number 4 slot for me is Guilt. Ended up really enjoying the game a lot more than I had expected, in all honesty. Though it looked fun, turned out to be more fun than I had expected. And as time has worn on, I feel the game has gotten better for me personally, but to each their own. Coming in at number 3 is a game which I've already done a review of on the Switch version. And only recently started playing the PS4 version. I like the PS4 version. Playing the Switch version, the ability to play it mobile on the go or something was pretty cool. But coming at number 3 for me personally, Dust Diver. It was a surprise out of nowhere game that caught my attention from the art style, because I love cel shade, and I liked the fact that it had elements in it that reminded me of games like Sunset Overdrive, Jet Grind Radio, and also had like some of the battle mechanics in the game kind of reminded me a little bit of Dynasty Warriors. Kinda. But it's a lot of fun nevertheless. Yeah, Dust Diver, 3rd. 2nd place, a game I've gone on Xbox One, PS4, and Switch. Easily my favorite indie game of the year, and that is Bloodstained: Ritual of the Night. Of course, created by the creator of Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Easily comes in at number 2. There's a game that just barely beat it out. Yeah, there's a reason I'm playing a remix theme in the background you hear from Dante's remix. Because coming in number 1, favorite game of 2019. I did not expect to be nearly as good as it was, in all honesty. Number 1 favorite game of 2019, Devil May Cry V, or Devil May Cry 5, which is actually my favorite game in the franchise as a whole. So good job, Capcom. I still haven't played Resident Evil 2 Remake yet. I still need to get that and play that and see how that game is. I also still have yet to play, and I need to try out another indie game I forget the name of that I recently picked up. Also, there's one other game I'm trying to remember that I have yet to try as well that came out this year. So unfortunately, they didn't make honorable mentions or anything because I haven't played them yet. But with that said, these were my top 10 favorite games of 2019. So see you next time, and happy holidays, and have a good rest of December.